Okay, nope. I don't refuse. Okay, I
don't. Nope,
I don't refuse.
You had the option.
I don't refuse.
You refused.
I didn't know what that meant.
Field sobriety
I don't know that.
Would you be considered field sobriety exercises to dispel my alarm that you're not too impaired to operate a motor vehicle safely?
Lapsed in a Cadillac with a beer, she faces a story of trouble and dire consequences.
I test myself to doing being a drunk to being addressed,
Should you?
Being drunk to you catching me being addressed. I've never done that because I'm a really good girl, and this is bullshit.
Now it's a 1-year automatic suspension from the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
I did not know that.
You definitely have been drinking because I smell.
Karens think they're invincible, driving drunk without fear of consequences, until the law hands them a sentence. Karen and a bottle of wine by the wheel. A decision that changed her life forever.
Wait, okay, nope. I don't refuse. Okay, I
nope,
I don't refuse.
You had the option.
I don't refuse.
You refused. Now it's a 1-year automatic suspension from the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
I did not know that.
You definitely have been drinking because I smell it now.
March 11th, 2024, police received a report of a woman passed out behind the wheel with an unopened bottle of alcohol next to her. But what happened next was a tangled web of tears.
So, from what I heard, you were over here sleeping?
Yes.
Is there a reason you were sleeping in their parking lot?
I have low blood sugar, and I even sleep.
Where's your husband at right now?
He is in,
This is the alcoholic beverage, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you.
I mean,
It doesn't matter, so let me be honest with you right now. You are in constructive possession of this vehicle. You had an open container. You can go to jail for a DUI right at this exact minute. So it's best to be honest with us right now so we can figure this out. Because the vehicle is running, you're in the driver's seat, and you had an open container.
Where is your husband? Call your husband.
You have...
Jackson. He's in Jackson.
You have extremely slurred speech.
She confessed to using Xanax while struggling with the smell of alcohol on her breath. Under pressure from the police, she became confused, stammered, and kept changing her statement, as if trying to find a way out of this spiral.
I mean, you can let me blood. Like, I'll blood.
So what medication did you take? Did you do the Xanax? Because I know you was on the Xanax and all the other stuff.
Xanax,
So what have you taken today?
So I can smell alcohol coming from, as you speak, I can smell alcohol coming off your breath.
You can give me a test. I'm not.
So you said you have low blood sugar. Are you diabetic or anything?
Yes.
Do you need EMS to check you out real quick?
No, I just need to get home.
Well, you can't be driving like this. One way or the other, you ain't going to be driving.
Where's your husband? Because you're not leaving, you're not driving this vehicle.
You can go to a jail for a DUI under narcotics,
I'm
under
not sitting right here
prescription
waiting on
pills.
Your husband to pick you up. So either you find somebody to pick you up.
I'm going to take you to jail, and we're going to tow your car.
One other two.
Well, I'm going to do what I have to do. I have a job and a responsibility to keep the public safe. You have open alcohol in your car. So you're saying if I went and I sent this straw to FDLE, they would say it's not your DNA on it?
Well, she said it was,
She just told me it's not hers.
No. You told me it wasn't yours?
No, it was mine.
No, you just told me it's not yours. You just told me a couple minutes ago this was not yours. It was someone else's. When I started talking to you, that's what you told me.
Pressure from the police left her uncontrollable, crying and shaking. The suspicion that she had overdosed, like the previous time she hid Subutex, grew stronger as she staggered away.
Did you take all that at once today?
This morning.
Still cold.
Fence is blowing right on.
No, it's the bottom that's cold, not the top. If they say your blood sugar is good, then I'm going to do a DUI. Going to check you for driving under the influence. And at that point,
you got to get control of your. We told you that. Me and Officer Alfred told you that you got to get control of your medicine that they give you. That you can't be mixing it. You can't go overboard. We told you that you may have your addiction back to that. So you need to get control of that. Because when I knocked on the glass, you woke up in time, but you still was slumped at the wheel. And you're the same way I see you from whenever you were at the house on your medication. When you were hiding that the Subutex and all that in your purse and all that. Why were you always crying? But this is the second run-in I've had with you when you're on your medication. I believe that you wasn't drinking, but I do believe that you are off so much of your medication like you were last time. Because it's the same way, exact way you act.
Yeah, when we were standing here, you could smell a little bit coming off here.
Have you been to court yet for the charge that was filed against you from Officer Alfred? No?
They all got dropped.
They got dropped? Okay.
The police asked for a blood test. She refused and begged to call her husband. Lacking understanding of the consequences, she lost control, leading to being handcuffed in a tense situation.
So I thought you said a friend can come and get me. Now I gotta go to the
Change.
But your blood sugar is in a great range. You were sitting here pouring in sweat.
pouring in sweat.
You can see the sweat all over your chest. So here's what's going to happen.
Sweat on my chest.
Just read the first part and let her answer.
I'm going to read something to you. I am now requesting that you submit a lawful test of blood for the purpose of determining its alcohol content and / or the presence of chemical or controlled substance. Will you take the test?
We will transport you to the hospital to take the test.
I don't understand. Can I take a field sobriety test first?
So field sobriety is only going to show you so much. You're stating all of these medications you took. We need blood is what's going to show.
What medications I took?
Absolutely. To know if you're driving with something other than that, it's going to show alcohol level. Yeah. It's going to show your narcotics, your whatever medications you're on.
Say that you've taken one of each, and you took the prescribed amount. But
at this point, you're driving under medications that you shouldn't be driving under. Mixed medications on top of it, with open alcohol in your vehicle. That is still cold. The straw still has liquid in it, and you were slumped over the wheel. So I'm giving you all the basics of what's going on here.
Wait, okay, nope. I don't refuse. Okay, I don't refuse.
You had the option.
I don't refuse.
You refused.
Please don't do that. I will.
Nope.
No, you can't.
We can't do that.
What you wanna? Now you lose your license because you refuse.
Now it's a 1-year automatic suspension from the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
I did not know that.
You definitely have been drinking because I smell it now.
Searched for her past record, she panicked when she learned she could not get bail. The child suddenly became the silent victim of a costly mistake.
I'm going to ask you this. Do you have anything on you? Because the last time I searched you, you had something inside of... No, leave it there.
Don't touch.
Leave it there. I'm talking about as far as in your private area, in your breast.
No.
Because last time, you had it there.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
So now I've asked you that I cleared that up, and you told me no. Say no again?
No.
Okay.
Straw because I take Subutex and I do not like to swallow them. So I crush them. Nope, you can test it.
It doesn't matter. That's classified as paraphernalia.
You can test it.
Quit?
It's the only way I can take my Subutex.
I'm pretty sure.
You can take it a whole lot more than that.
No, you have to let it melt under your tongue, and I cannot.
Can you show one Whiskey Foxtrot 1015?
Please.
Am I missing anything in your bra?
No. Please let me change. Please let me change my mind.
Not a chance. That's not how this works.
He's in Jacksonville.
That is not how this works.
No way.
We gave you the opportunity to be honest with us.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, sorry does not butt it.
I'm so sorry.
Stay in looking at the car. Sorry does not butt it.
So sorry.
Just so you know, DUI has no bond. You do not get out of jail till you see the judge tomorrow. Your car is being towed at this point.
Please don't do this to me.
You did this to yourself.
I promise you, I will go take the blood test.
I'm not playing this game. Get in the car.
Will you please
get in the car?
Can you grab my phone and my...
I'll take your phone with you to the jail.
Do you have preferred,
My son has to be picked up from Morgan.
I just asked you that, so where?
In Florida, driving under the influence DUI can result in a fine of up to $500, 0 cents, up to 6 months in jail, and a license suspension of at least 6 months. A woman was arrested on 3 charges: DUI, resisting arrest without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Next, a drunk Karen gets behind the wheel in the defining moment that drags her into the legal abyss.
How you doing, young man?
Oh, not too bad. What's going on?
Oh, man, I came down here, man, and went up in the woods, ran up in the woods, and she said she don't even know how, just now she said, I don't even know how I got here.
Officer Kaj with the Sanford, please.
I'm stuck in my car, and I would like to get out. Can you please let me out?
How'd you get stuck back then?
Because I'm trying to turn around.
How'd you end up over there in the first place?
Trying to turn around. I literally swear to God don't know any of these people.
The woman lost in the woods tried to turn around but was stuck in confusion and fear. She called the police for help, not knowing what was waiting for her.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah. I'm good. You're good. You can take all of my stuff.
I just need your ID.
Yeah. I literally turned around and I tried to turn around and they were like, oh, hell no. I think I saw you out tonight. I literally don't care what you do to me. I just felt like those girls were about to like fucking rob me.
Oh.
So
but again,
don't care.
So were you using a GPS to get back home, or what were you doing?
So I was using my GPS, but it took me like wild, and so I ended up on this road and I went to turn around and then they stopped me and I was like...
The police quickly approached and asked for her papers. The woman awkwardly explained that she got lost due to GPS while being anxious and wanting to be allowed to leave as soon as possible.
Observations of you, okay.
You did not see me in a vehicle.
No, you're right, I didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. So would you be willing to conduct field sobriety exercises just to
For
dispel
what?
just to dispel my alarm that you're not too impaired to be operating a motor vehicle safely?
But why would I be operating a motor vehicle? You didn't catch me doing that. I was watching.
Okay. Would you be willing to provide, submit to field sobriety exercises? So go ahead, turn around.
You're gonna arrest me right now?
Turn
I
around.
can arrest. Like, I'm not
Turn
drunk.
around.
Do my test?
You just said you would not be willing to submit to field sobriety exercises.
Well, I mean, I didn't know what that meant.
Field
you know
sobriety
I don't know that.
Would you be I said field sobriety exercises to dispel my alarm that you're not too impaired to operate a motor vehicle safely.
Okay, I do not know what you meant, and I would like to try that now. Sir, I'm just trying to go home. You know I'm just trying to go home.
How would you get home from here?
I am trying to drive from this stop sign forward, and you can take my...
All right, so you'd be willing to perform a series of exercises to dispel my alarm.
I think you're being ridiculous, but yeah, I would.
The unusual signs made the police suspect that she was not completely sober. When asked to do some simple tests, she hesitantly refused, opening up an unexpected turn in the test.
Follow that line.
Just follow this left line that I have my light on. You understand that? Yeah. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to place your left foot on the solid yellow line for me. Place your right foot next to your left foot and your feet together. Okay. Now, do you feel comfortable? Seeing that you're wearing sandals or whatever women call these nowadays, do you feel comfortable performing those exercises in your footwear? Okay. So, for the first exercise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check your eyes. All right? All right, so with your feet together and your hands down at your side, do you wear contacts or glasses at all? All right, so can you see the tip of my finger clearly? If I do that, can you see it even more clearly?
Yes.
Okay, with your eyes and your eyes only, I want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes. Do you understand those instructions?
I'm trying to understand those instructions.
Do you understand the instructions? With your eyes and your eyes only, I want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes. Do not move your head. Do you understand those instructions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're being placed under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol. All right. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be against you in a court of law. You have the right to have an attorney present now or any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, you want to be appointed by the courts at no cost. Do you understand those? Do you understand your rights so far? With those rights in mind, do you wish to answer any of my questions?
Under the guidance of the police, she attempted to take the tests. The results were inconclusive, so the police decided to arrest her on charges of driving under the influence of alcohol.
All right, just so you know, if you refuse to give a sample of your blood, breath, or urine, all right?
You guys, why are you doing this to me right now? I literally just got caught in a bad neighborhood, and you're doing this to me.
Taylor, can I finish what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead, finish.
All right.
What am I gonna attest myself to doing? Being a drunk to being addressed?
Should you?
Being drunk to you catching me being addressed?
Okay. Should you refuse to take either of those tests, the Department of Highway and Safety Motor Vehicles will suspend your driving privileges for up to 12 months, or for a period of 18 months, if you've ever previously been arrested and refused to submit a sample of your blood, breath, or urine.
I've never done that because I'm a really good girl, and this is bullshit.
So with that in mind, now that I've read you what's called the implied consent law, all right?
No, you tell me.
Are you still refusing to provide a sample of your blood, breath, or urine?
I don't know.
Okay, right now, Taylor.
Listen, and all of your friends are my friends. Like, this is bullshit.
Okay, so right now you're being placed under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol.
So tell me what to do.
Okay, so right now, what this deputy's going to search you to make sure you don't have anything on you.
Bitch ass nigga! That's fine, I'll take the I'll take it. Oh, you're a bitch! Anybody who's listening, I'm gonna be saying, hey, sir, listen, I'm really not trying to be. You open the door, that's rude, but can you open my door and get my purse? You just make sure my purse went through. This is crazy. Do you guys normally do this? Like, knock off like normal people because they're in a crowd of black people.
I guess I don't know.
You should look it up. That's what's happening. Oh, that's happening. Why? Listen, guys, I hang out with y'all on my weekends. Why are you doing this? Like, that was under my purse. That was 1,000% under my purse. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, roll it up, bitches, because you're being ridiculous. Yeah, put it back in the car under the seat where it was.
During her arrest, she tried to explain in a state of exhaustion and confusion, her voice filled with anxiety and helplessness in the face of the situation. The woman was arrested on charges of driving under the influence. Driving while intoxicated or impaired not only puts yourself at risk, but also puts the lives of innocent people on the road. Remember that our actions have consequences, and caution and responsibility to ourselves and our community are essential. Hey everyone, what do you think about this situation? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support us with a donation. Thank you so much.